off from the highway, L Street, to approximately half the block, or to the end of my building to the south. You all get papers like this, which I was didn't have before. There'd be a double fence put up, a 6-foot cattle kennel, and then a picket fence around. So I have all the measurements and that, and Randy should have a copy there of my liquor license. There's a couple of them. And that. So everything's pretty self-explanatory. I'm applying for the liquor license, and the J.C.'s are planning to have the street worked on. We did leave room for a fire lane in case there was a fire.
How close to L Street were you planning to put the fence?
It has to be, where my fence line is, will be the back of the stage, because it has to be set back that far
And
by
that's
state standards.
Approximately 30 feet.
No, it's not that much.
Yeah,
I would
know,
say
but-
16, at least 16.
So that's where you plan to go straight across then?
Straight across. The back of the band will face L Street, so there won't be anybody in back there. The entryway on here, it'll show you, it's on the south side of my building, or between Petals and myself, front porch and myself, so we're keeping it close to the building.
So you won't have too much traffic or people around on, I'm just, with the highway so close.
No, there
Trying
won't
to
be, it
set
won't be
back as
coming
far
that
as
way.
possible.
They'll be coming from the other direction. Everybody will probably be coming from the south or around.
From south to north.
So by this diagram, if they're in your garden cafe, then they come into the building and then out?
No, that'll go in my front door. The
Mhm.
garden cafe gate will be locked.
Right. They
Yes.
won't get out there to do
No,
that.
no.
But to get out here, they'll come into your building?
Yes.
If they're in the...
Yes, if they're in there, yes. Okay.
And Jane, I may have missed it. Did you give the times?
The time is Saturday, May 30th, 2009, and it's during extraordinary days.
What time?
What time do you have your liquor license?
I didn't know I needed.
8 to
time.
12, Jane.
8 to 12.
8 to 12.
In
That's when
8
the
in the
dance
morning?
is.
No.
I didn't know.
That's when the dance is. We just need to know when you're gonna have
Oh.
liquor out there.
Okay.
Is what we need to know.
Okay, 8 to 12. 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. in the street.
I have a question too. I guess we should have had Tom stay here maybe. Will there be insurance by the J.C.?
Yes, the J.C.'s will cover the liability insurance. Jane is applying for a liquor license for us.
Okay.
So our insurance will take care of that.
To me, you may want to put a little past 12 because nothing seems to end when it's supposed to end. That's just my suggestion.
Well, that's the end of the survey. Right.
Right,
So then they're out of there by 1?
yes, because we want it cleaned up by
Yeah.
one. If they want to come inside,
serving,
that's
they
fine,
stop-
or
they stop
inside
serving
the,
it.
I
Yeah.
just want,
the
because,
other gate, that's
You know, it
fine,
won't-
but nothing
Yeah,
in
you
the
won't get
street
the monitor
after
that time.
no, that's what I was just making sure that we covered.
Because there's activities the next day and we want it torn down that night, so.
I'll second it.
Is the motion to approve the liquor license or the liquor license and closing of this street?
So, one move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the liquor license for May 30th, 2009 from, on a Saturday from 8 to 12. Also closing the street with the area shown on the map in front of you. Any further discussion? If not, we'll have roll call.
Colmus,
Yes.
Stetska,
Yes.
Ethelma,
Yes.
Stunkel,
Yes.
Carson,
Yes.
Goldfish.
Yes. And that's, I guess, understood, that we've always had the policy that we check it, our police,
Please, yeah.
check it and make sure the fencing's adequate.
Okay,
Okay.
now where do I go from here?
I'll type up minutes for you to send in with your application.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Butch, on what you just said, do we need to set a time out with the police department for when it comes to?
Yeah, we just like to have everything, you know, we do it for all of those special requests where they're involved in fences, that they just take a look, make sure everything's adequate so that there's no gaps or,
The fences have to be such that they can't pass the alcohol container
Yeah,
outside.
exactly.
yeah. Just want to double check so there's no question.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's just a normal, usually we try to add it to the, but I think it's got some commonplace, it's just a standard.
Okay, so just give it law enforcement.
Yep, just once the fencing is up and out, just that they check it before the function begins.
Okay.
On the agenda, I'm going to take the liberty to move something up. Chris Rhea is here from Viero, and he has to drive back to Grand Island, I believe. So I would like to move him out.
Thank you, Marion and council members. Again, Chris Rehab with VR Wireless out of Grand Island. I'm one of their 6 site acquisition managers. I'm at 1512 South Locust Street, GI 68801. It's just been brought to my attention that, you know, council and a few other people are inquisitive about, you know, what's the status of our retail store on our huge lot over there. And so I did talk to my supervisor, and he wants everybody to know that VR Wireless is still committed to build a retail store. So as far as a timeline, when you're going to see the golden shovel turn the first layer of soil, I don't know yet. What I can tell you is that I acquired my site on the west side of Kearney probably about a couple of years ago, and we're finally turning the spade on that in this month. And we only have one construction crew now to build, to my knowledge, to build our retail stores. So I'm assuming they'll get done with that store probably sometime by the end of summer. And where they're going next, I don't know. I do have a retail store that needs to go up in Broken Bow. And about a month ago, I was propositioned by a third party to buy that lot in Broken Bow. So again, I asked my supervisor, the supervisor asked the sole owner, the sole president of VR Wireless, and he says, no, we're staying committed in Broken Bow. We're not selling that lot. Okay, so that should hopefully, you know, ease your conscience just a little bit. If you would want to address me with any specific questions, I'd be more than glad to answer them, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to give you the answer that you want. So I would highly request just a written letter. You can mail it to me, and then I'll forward it to our corporate office in Fort Morgan and take it from there. So we are currently building our network. I have a tower approved to go up in Burwell, so that'll help going down that valley and up a few of those hills. So it's really important that you need to build the network. You just can't go and build a retail store and not have the network out there. They'll just starter salespeople, you know, if you do something like that. And it's just not economical. So when you pick up the paper, when you hear the radio, the last 6+ months, money's tight. It's common sense. Maybe that has something to do with it too. So, but we are committed. As mentioned, I think in May of 2008, we paid a pretty penny for that lot. We paid a pretty penny for that concrete block decorative wall. So we have a lot of expense on that site right now.
I'm actually the one that called Chris to see what was going on, because when it was going to be built, you know, they wanted it up in more or less a month. Obviously that hasn't happened. So, you know, I called him and wanted to know what we could do to find out where we're at, to have that, because one of the main reasons it passed, if not the only reason, is their promise to build a $250,000 storefront there.
Right, and it's probably going to be more than that now.
Well, it probably will be, you know. When you put up the wall, which is very nice, by the way, you know, wasn't painted yet because it's going to match the stucco of the building. I just, you know, I want a time, you know, and I'm sure I'm not the only one now. I don't know who was first in line, whether it be Broken Bow or us or where we're at, but I'm not going to get pushed backwards, or I'm going to start pushing. So,
I guess one thing that upsets me is that Ainsworth got